Hello everybody and welcome to episode 45 of my Lizardmen Let's Play. This is on the Vortex campaign. If you've not been watching and just joined us, this is after we've completed the Vortex campaign. I'm now going for domination victory against a world which really doesn't like me. We are currently in our invasion of Ulthuan, which is going very well at present. We do have a couple of dwarf things here for these dwarfs, which are very good friends with me. We've just smashed some dwarves and these guys here at war with me. And Ulthuan has slowly been picking up all the elven factions, so they've got territories here and here now, which I'm currently in the process of dealing with. And as you can see up here, Naggarond is firmly in, in Dark Elf control completely now. There are still some Nausicaan factions up here, but mostly Naggarond and the Cult of Pleasure, that's the one it is, are there, who are slowly pulling together. I've got two remaining Lizardmen factions who probably still don't want to confederate with me now. Neither of them is seeming to want to confederate with me, annoyingly. I would quite like to get them into confederations with me, but I can win without doing that. So for the time being, it is a slow grind to victory. We're just about to invade here. I'm bringing up this army. I think I'm actually at an end turn at the moment, so let's do that. I do apologise if you have been watching this campaign. I have neglected it a little bit over the last few days because I've been focusing on my Beastmen and my Dark Elves campaign a little bit. I didn't kill the Night Elves this time, that's an improvement. So, you know, I've not been doing this as much. I'm going to try and be flitting between this and my Dark Elves campaign at the moment while I just get my Beastmen campaign really in. That seems to be my most popular one at the moment. But no, this one is, I do want to get this one completed because I would also like to start another campaign, though I do also need to jump onto my Skaven campaign at some point. Though what I might do is I might restart that on the Mortal Empires map, especially as I know there's a few faction unlockers out there, so I might start as one of the other Skaven clans, which is somewhere very interesting, but that's something I'm not going to be doing until I've cleared up the campaigns I'm doing at the moment, because unfortunately I have to work in real life, so I don't quite have enough time to be pushing out lots of campaigns at the same time. Wish I did, but you know, unfortunately we have to I have to earn money to eat as well as do these. Okay, so Lothern is and they have now allied with Lothern, and they're pulling that army up, so I am going straight in at the Citadel of Dusk. These guys do seem to, as they're vassalizing, they seem to be pulling all of their armies back up towards Ulthuan for some strange reason, possibly because I've launched a massive free army invasion. Well, it's only 3 armies, but they're 3 powerful armies who have invaded Lothern and straight in, well, a lot often, literally straight into Lothern and started clearing Ulthuan. So the High Elves really are, so I've taken the heart of Ulthuan from them, and I've not been shy about expanding either. You know, I've started expanding straight away as well. So we really are in a position where I'm going to just keep pushing there to try and get as much as possible. I'm keeping a defensive army here, and I'm just going to push around Lothern just to try and get as much of it as possible as quick as I can. I'm not at war with that green faction, but I've got a strange feeling they are going to be allying with Lothern relatively soon. That said, Lothern is losing a lot of power because I am picking it to pieces here. You know, I'm smashing its big armies. They've got all the, however, they are beginning to bring large armies in, so we might have a few big defensive battles soon, which will make it more fun. And the dwarves might get kicked out. To be fair, even if that invasion doesn't work at the moment, once I've consolidated and dealt with their other factions, I'll be able to bring up far more might in a secondary invasion, even if I do get kicked out. Okay, so various activity. We've got a new tech completed. We are getting quite far on the techs. I'm upping all of my units again here, which is very beneficial. Let's go siege the Citadel of Dusk. That's even a nice auto there. So yeah, I'm just going to auto that. So yeah, that is the Citadel of Dusk taken, which makes things easier. You can actually pull up to the Citadel of Dusk, and you can start double timing it back up this way, because I want to get, in fact, you can go to double time next turn. I'll remember to do that. In fact, I'm going to remove his movement, because that way it will remind me to move him next turn, because I can start double timing up here then, and then we'll start the invasion of the Turtle Isles. Okay, now we've got a little invasion here, all ready to go. We're going to continue the siege there. I want both armies here, so this is a really nice, easy auto. Let's make sure that he is, not double timing. Actually, it wouldn't have mattered. You can double time in. So that's a nice auto now. Okay, so our invasion of the Isles is going well. Okay, that's actually quite a nice setup to be starting with. Now, I'm probably going to knock a few walls down in my heartlands once we get ourselves sorted. Let's just check my diplomacy with the dwarf factions. I am slowly dropping with these guys. However, not by much, so I'm not particularly worried. I don't like my war with the Knights of Origo, who declared war on me, whereas these guys love me. Okay, and now back to the important place, Ulthuan, where we are we're securing the vortex to the Lizardmen. So you can, Kroq-Gar can move up to the Tower of Listen, in fact.
Unwise.
Oh, no. Ah, that was a bad idea. Oh, that was a very bad idea. Whoops. I'm not so worried about that army. I can always pull someone back. So you can head for here, and then we're gonna head back down and take here afterwards. We are definitely popping up walls here. How is my garrison in Loffen coming along? Reasonably. I still need to build that up. Okay, we've got this guy who is our guy. His job is just searching the seas to pick up all of these things. Get me more monies and buffs. I'm getting him away from the coast around there though. So we've got this army which is loose now. These guys are all pushing up. This army is going to move in to actually... Right, we can pull these guys out because actually our public order in here is good. So let's hammer up the economy here. And we have a level up here from one of our mages who can now get immortal. This is a really good ability, Immortal. It gives us the ability, if the character dies, we can respawn them in a few turns' time, which is, as you can imagine, very beneficial. I might even chuck this guy in somewhere just to build up a bit, because our income is resurgent at the moment, which is very good. On a lot of these settlements, I am in an odd place, because I actually don't necessarily want to, I don't necessarily need to build anything else in them. I mean, I could get things like this, but at the moment I'd prefer to focus on economy buildings in other places. My public order is fine here, so let's knock that over. So we've got that. I want some walls. I can't quite afford them now because I've been spending all my money. Let's check one into growth. Okay, you have not moved. You can start heading up as well. I'll probably use this army to actually rebuild here because this is a less elite army. And we can we'll pop this one into public order. Let's check my geomantic web. So now we're getting here. We can also start really upping our geomantic web. Now this is a really interesting because it gives us various buffs. One of the things being all of these are buffed up if we have a high geomantic web. I believe also when it's very high level you get a few extra abilities to use in defensive battles. Not that I'm ever really fighting defensive battles at the moment. So this Saurus warrior has leveled up. He has got... Oh, he doesn't have this one. He's getting there. He's got almost everything which he needs. As has the Slan. Okay, and that's a turn. So as you can see here, guys, things are going well. This is mostly tinkering at the moment. It's just getting everything back in order. I might have just messed up with Kroq-Gar putting him to sea. I'm actually really annoyed about that. Oh, thank God for that. I scared them off. And he's... Oh, that's perfect, actually. I was worried they might start pushing into Loffen, but they can't get to Loffen in one turn. So these guys are pulling back. They are... All these little colonies these guys have are actually very dangerous for them because they're so exposed. They've got to have armies to deal with them. And I think that's why they're pulling all their armies back at the moment, because they're effectively in a situation where they can't really do anything else other than pull back, because if they don't pull back they'll lose their mainland and those colonies will be stuffed. However, if they don't defend those colonies they're going to lose income, so they're in a really horrible situation at the moment, which I am going to continue to take advantage of with my dwarven allies. Yeah, so long as those dwarves are happy to stay friends with me, I'm happy for them to take a few territories. You know, I'm fully expectant at some point I'm probably going to have to leave at least 1 or 2 armies here and 1 or 2 armies down next to these ones, at least 1 army down next to these ones, just in case they decide to fall out with me, which they might, because I do have quite a lot of negatives against me at the moment. But hopefully we'll manage to pull it off. Because no, you do have minus 100 rep for reputation with everybody for completing the Vortex campaign, which is a little annoying for the factions which were strongly supporters of you until you got that minus 100 when you completed it, especially as they weren't ones which were involved in the Vortex campaign. So you know, not that dwarves could really be involved in it because they're not magical beings. Now, while Avalon is not at war with me, I'm not being stupid enough to trust them not to go to war with me. However, if they push and take a couple of settlements, I can always push back easily enough, and at some point I'm going to want to go to war with them. Right now, to win the campaign, I need to destroy all the elves, basically. I need to, well, not all the elves, I need to destroy Loffen, Marathi, and Nagaron, so Malekith. So Nagaron is probably going to be the hardest campaign, simply because I'll be taking a lot of attrition there. I'm not going to be capturing settlements when I do that campaign. I am just going to smash through their land and burn everything in sight, because they're not good territories for me to be taking. There are a couple of deserts up there actually which I might be able to settle in, but let's have a look. Can I actually see those deserts? Yes, so there are some deserts here and some mountains which are okay climate, and I know there's some straight desert here as well, but actually no, so there's a lot of mountains which are okay, but most of the territory over there is straight out not good for me. Alright, let's put you into Lizard. And you can double time it down to Loffen. Yee, that's not good. How is the garrison? So Loffen's garrison is better, but I've got a feeling I'm going to be getting an attack from this force. Let's that's quite a nice garrison, actually. I'm going to build my siege towers, then we'll be going for there soon. Let's perform a rite. This gets us another Slan Mage, which we can recruit. I'm happy to do this because it just builds up my my resources, the amount of Slan Mages I can get. Right, so you are double timing it up here. We've got somebody else who's leveled up here. You can start chasing this guy because he's potentially going to attack here, which I don't think has... It does have a wall, so I'm not that fussed if he gets attacked. These guys are all just fleeing, so I'm not being too worried about them. Right, let's go check the islands. Okay, and it's now down to the Tower of the Sun with these armies. So this little invasion, this is going easily. This is more of a, you know, I'm using 2 armies just to make sure it's done cleanly, but I'm not really that worried about it. You can go and recap here. Right. We're doing reasonably here. If I'm doing this here, I may as well do this. I'm going to go down that route there. And let's push back against these horrible Knights of the Ego. So we're going to get horrible things happening. And once I've dealt with them, I'm going to go and reinforce up here. And a Kroq-Gar is going to get these guys who are epic. This guy's getting a fairly decent movement range now. Okay, we've got a carcass over here. Bit more levelling up. I always seem to have at least some levelling up to do. And enter. So they're just going to sit in there. They're just basically watching the public order there. I possibly don't need to. That army's potentially going to get disbanded soon because it's just dinosaurs. While dinosaurs are good, you know, they're expensive to. They've got expensive upkeep and all that. I mean, I do have feral carnosaurs there, which are a shame to get rid of, but that army is so out of the way. I don't really have anywhere to put them, and I can make better. I can build up better shaped armies myself. So, or I'll move him up into the centre of Lustria just as a defensive bastion, just in case the dwarfs decide to do anything, so I can send an army to eat them all. Those elves are being cowardly. However, they're being cowardly in a way which stops me from attacking, because if I go aggressive one way, I'm going to have to worry about the other way. So it's a little bit of a tricky situation. It's not that tricky. I can probably smash either of those armies. They are slowly trying to bring all of their armies to bear on me, which is good. I want some big set piece battles, and they are rushing everything else home. Oh, please tell me they're going to siege the Altar of the Old Ones, because I will smash them. Because I think I've got a big garrison there. Oh wow, there's Dark Elves there. The Dark Elves can actually get themselves into quite good raider armies, so by sacking settlements like that, they can actually be making themselves a lot of money. Now that would be the ideal thing, is if Dark Elves did a small invasion of Ulthuan as well at the moment. It would really split the High Elf forces. Oh, it looks like... Have they gone to war with me? Yes, they've joined the war now, so that was hardly unexpected. However, I'm not that fussed. In fact, I'm not even fussed if I lose a couple of territories there. Because I will be reclaiming them shortly. That's not going to be an issue. Once I've broken... At the moment, it's getting them to bring the armies in more so I can break their back. So actually I'll probably start bringing my other army back now. Potentially. Where are these guys? Yeah, we'll join that war. It's a teeny little army. It's slowly dying off. If it attacks my settlement, it's going to get itself killed. It's basically a tiny army which isn't big enough to effectively scare any settlement. Right, so we are being besieged here. I'm not that fussed. I don't get why they didn't just attack. They could have probably taken this in one turn. Right, this is going to cause me... I am going to double time this place. So I'm actually going to attack it without the siege towers, which is probably a bad idea, but I want to take it so I can start moving back straight away with this army as well, just in case I'm needed. I mean, worst comes to worst, I can literally sit in the cities here and they will not be able to do anything about me. Now, they've got white lions here who are they've got armor piercing damage. They will actually be a bit annoying against my guys. However, and obviously a lot of archers. They've got some cav, which aren't going to be so useful to them in this battle. Again, my main thing, I'm actually just going to smash their gates with my dinosaurs, and I'm not even going to touch the walls. I'm going to pour through. Do you know, we should put some people on the walls. We'll have a look what's on the walls, and then we'll decide what to do. However, smashing through behind and coming up from behind as well, at least some of my troops are going to be being smashed through those gates. So this could be a fun battle, guys. This should be a nice, fun battle. And, yeah, if it ever loads. Fighting High Elves is always odd as Lizardmen, because I have a feeling against human players it would be a lot harder, because basically... I don't play an archer heavily, and our archers are our ranged are nothing compared to high elf archers. However, that said, these guys are quite hard to hit. So this is going to be our little gate bashy force with my lord. And this proportion, at least part of this, is going to be just being chucked straight up the gates. And the rest of these guys can charge the walls. Okay, let's get these guys in as well. And we're moving. Now, this is where they hurt, because you see all this coming in. Let's pop a Revivification charge on him to heal him up. But the second we're in the walls, we're clear. And these guys won't last long once I'm engaged with them on the walls. Here come the Kroxies. In fact, those Kroxies can get a heal straight away because they're not engaged in combat. The archers can't shoot from there. Where's their second cavalry unit? There goes the gate. Let's charge these guys through as well. Why are these guys not putting up... why are they not putting up ladders? That's too late now. I may as well just pull them inside and push them up from behind. Well, that was a bit annoying. For some reason my guys... Oh, some of them decided to put up ladders. Just not many of them. Right, they're all pushing down from walls. That's actually not a bad thing. My lord can go hunting theirs. These guys can attach this group of white lions. These guys can all attach this group, and these guys can stay on the cav. The cav's already gone. These guys can move in against that cav. My Carnosaur can break and charge. Oh, I'm not particularly bothered about that. Oh, I think it hurt him. I think we're coping. Watch these guys. These guys are devastating. They just punt people around the place when they swing their axes. No, he died! Why are you guys not involved? Right, some of you guys can start charging, pushing up now. My guys are in a bit of a mess at the moment because of that issue on the walls. Did I just destroy that cavalry? I think he might have. Oh no, they're running away. The last few of them are running away over here, completely shattered. Okay, let's start pushing people up these walls to finish off these archers. All their guys down here are broken, and it is over. So, a bit of a messy battle there, guys, because my people didn't go up the walls like I told them to for some reason. But it was still a fairly hefty, a fairly good victory. So I'm not upset. I can cope with that. We got this basically. So we got that nicely. The thing I'm looking forward to is attacking the gates, the Eagle Gates, or the Physiotenix Gates, or whatever they're called. They've all got different names. High Elves have these gates in their mountains on the on one side, which are really well defensive, really solid defensive fortifications, which basically, I mean, as for High Elves, I love fighting them because you can hold them with a tiny force really successfully. Interestingly, when I did as High Elves, I never actually held the walls. I always stood behind the walls. I left my archers on there until we got close, then pulled them back, because my archers just killed everybody as they came over the walls, and that way I could just focus on... My archers would kill everybody on the walls, and all of my infantry could focus on standing in front of a gate, killing anything which came for any broken gates, which inevitably got broken in any large-scale attack. And that way I had a lot more cover from all of their ranged as well, because... they couldn't really shoot me over those gates. Okay guys, this is probably it. I'm just going to finish up this turn and then will be ending this one here. So as always guys, I hope you have enjoyed it. Please feel free to give me any constructive feedback on the invasion of Ulthuan or anything else. If you think I'm doing it wrong or I can be doing it better, please let me know. As well as constructive feedback on the recording itself, guys, because I am very new to this, so any feedback is more than welcome. Right, so let's just occupy this place. And let's do a little bit of levelling up. So we are pushing through nicely, which is good. So I'm just doing a little bit of admin here, guys, but pretty much, you know. Oh, okay, we do actually have a little bit of movement to do here. So we'll just deal with this. That's a nice easy auto. So we will start sieging here. I'm not going to do this turn. I'm going to build up my other army, and then we'll be dealing with that shortly. And here can be leveled up straight into economy. So I'm just getting my admin done, so I'm not doing it right at the start of the next one. This is a tricky one because you do actually lack quite a lot of buildings with this place. I'm just going to slowly turn it into a single recruitment city because it's got such a big amount of stuff. And that is it, guys. So we will end here. The invasion is going well, however we are about to, looks like we're about to finally get our first real opposition to this invasion. In fact, let's get you into this city. Yeah, we're about to receive our first real opposition, though I think I'll be able to fight it off. Let's have a look at what they've got. So it's going to be interesting, but I've got nice cities to hold them with. I could pull this army back, and I potentially got another army coming back. So long as I don't get silly, I should be able to hold this. So thank you very much for watching, guys.